He only had $5 left. That was it. No home, no food waiting for him, no one expecting him anywhere. Just $5 and a choice. He could either use it to survive one more day or give it away to a complete stranger. Most people wouldn't even think twice, but Daniel did something that didn't just surprise the people around him, it triggered a chain of events so unexpected that within 24 hours, a luxury SUV would pull up looking for him. And when they found him, what they said next would leave him completely speechless. But here's the part that makes this story even more unbelievable. The woman he helped wasn't who she claimed to be. Hello everyone, welcome to our story. Before we continue, please subscribe to this channel if you are a new subscriber, and also do give this video a like, as it will encourage me to create more powerful stories for you. Also, I will love to know where you are watching from, so please drop a comment on the comments section telling us where you are watching from. Alright, let's continue with our story. Daniel wasn't always invisible, but that's what life had turned him into. If you stood across the street and watched people pass by, you'd notice something strange. Everyone walked faster when they got close to him. Some avoided eye contact, others pretended to check their phones. It wasn't hatred, it was worse, indifference. Daniel had learned something the hard way. When you lose everything, the world slowly stops seeing you. Every morning, he woke up on a cold wooden bench near a bus stop. Same spot, every day. He would fold the thin blanket he owned, carefully, as if keeping some sense of order was all he had left. But what most people didn't know was that Daniel used to have a life, a real one, and what took it away from him was something he still thought about every single night. Before we continue, if you've ever believed that people deserve a second chance no matter what, just type "second chance" in the comments, because Daniel's story is about to test that belief. Years ago, Daniel lived in a small apartment on the edge of the city. Nothing luxurious, but it was his. He worked long hours as a delivery driver, the kind of job where you're always tired, always on the road, but proud you can still survive. He had routines: morning coffee, late-night meals, weekend rest, normal things. Until one night, everything changed. It was raining heavily. Visibility was low, and then headlights. Too close, too fast. The crash happened in seconds, but the consequences lasted forever. Daniel survived, but survival came with a cost. Medical bills, lost job, mounting debt. Within months, everything collapsed. His landlord stopped waiting. His savings disappeared. And one morning, Daniel found himself standing outside, with nowhere to go. The cold that morning was different. It wasn't just outside, it had settled inside him. Daniel hadn't eaten properly in 2 days. His stomach ached, his hands trembled slightly as he reached into his pocket. $5. That was all he had left. He stood outside a small coffee shop, watching people go in and out, laughing, talking, living. Then something pulled him inside. Maybe it was the smell, maybe it was hope, or maybe it was fate. As he stepped in, the warmth hit his skin instantly. For a moment, he felt human again. At the counter stood a woman, elegant, composed, but something was wrong. Her voice was low, uncertain. "I'm so sorry. I think I forgot my wallet." The line behind her grew restless. One man sighed loudly, another shook his head. The cashier hesitated, and Daniel watched everything unfold. This was his moment. Not a big moment, not a dramatic one, but a moment that required a decision. He could walk away, no one would blame him, because he had nothing to give. And yet, he stepped forward. "I'll pay for it." The room went quiet. The woman turned slowly. "You don't have to." Daniel smiled faintly. "It's okay." And just like that, his last $5 was gone. Let me ask you something. Be honest. If you were in Daniel's position, would you have done the same? Type yes or no in the comments, because what happens next makes that decision even more powerful. The woman didn't leave. That was the first strange thing. She studied Daniel, not quickly, carefully. "Why would you do that?" she asked. Daniel shrugged. Simple answer. No one should go without help when they need it. That sentence stayed with her, but something else didn't add up. Her clothes, her posture, her presence. She didn't look like someone who forgets things. She looked like someone who controls everything. The next morning felt normal, too normal. Daniel sat on his usual bench, same routine, same silence, until suddenly a black SUV pulled up, slowly, deliberately. People noticed, heads turned, phones came out. This didn't belong here. The door opened, two men stepped out, suits, clean, serious. They scanned the area. Then one of them spoke. "Are you Daniel?" Daniel's heart raced. "Yes?" The second man smiled. "She's been looking for you." And then she stepped out. The same woman, but everything about her was different now. Confidence, authority, power. "She didn't forget my wallet yesterday," she said calmly. Silence. "I wanted to see who would help without expecting anything back." Daniel stood still, trying to understand. Then she said something that changed everything. "I run a company," she said, "and I've been searching for someone with character, not just qualifications." She stepped closer. "I think that person is you." She handed him a card, an opportunity, a second chance, a new life. If this story touched you even a little, like this video, subscribe for more powerful stories, and share this with someone who needs hope today, because stories like this deserve to be heard. Weeks later, Daniel's life looked completely different. A job, a home, a purpose. But more importantly, he had something he thought he lost forever: dignity. And all of it started with one decision, one moment, one act of kindness. Because sometimes the smallest act of kindness can echo louder than the greatest opportunity.